Hi friends, it's Joan at Joan's Mini Homes, and I know this is not my usual setup. This is from my other tarot channel, but anyway, it'll be good for today. So I wanted to review a product today that I found at World Market, and if you do not have a World Market near you, I feel bad for you because it's a really cool store. But this product is called the Mini Fairy Terrarium, and it's one of those little box kits like you can find at the bookstore or, you know, a lot of places. And I thought I would show you this because I think this could spark some ideas for something that you might make that's like this, or maybe you want to buy one of these. So it's a, it comes in a little box. Everything's in here. It's $10.95 in the US, $14.50 in Canada. It's this is what, there's a little book of fairies in it, and this is just what the box looks like. This is distributed in the UK by Little Brown Book Group. And let's see, Running Press, Hachette Book Group in the US. And Running Press has a lot of these little kits, different ones, like the Screaming Goat, the Yodeling Pickle. I think that's one of theirs too. So anyway, let's get it open. And I found this box a little difficult to open the first time, but let's look what's in here. I'll talk to you about this fairy door in a minute. Okay, so you get everything you need. So there's two little bags, and there's, and my point of putting it on this channel is that perhaps there's a way that miniature makers could figure out to make something like this for their dollhouses, which is really cool, or for their dollhouses outdoor fairy gardens. Okay, so we have a little book of fairies, and by Eugene Fletcher, illustrated by Camellia Pham. There's an introduction. This is a 2024 kit, by the way. Fairy profiles. So it talks about Joan the Wad. A fairy of Cornish folklore is often depicted naked on metal charms that were traditionally worn or carried for good luck. The word wad is an ancient Cornish term meaning torch. Known as a benevolent queen of the pixies, Joan the Wad bestows light upon those who travel in the depths of the night, especially those who seek her. Okay, so then it talks about different ones. There's sprites. I'm not going to read them all. The Dokabi, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Elemental fairies, Mamiwata, Morgana Le Fay, King Oberon, of course, from Midsummer Night's Dream by Shakespeare. The Menehune, the Joga, Aluxes, I guess I'm pronouncing that correctly, are fairies of ancient Mayan tradition who are invisible to humans, though they will reveal themselves when they want something. And often they want something. These mischievous, chaos-loving fairies adore gifts. Farmers in the Yucatan Peninsula would leave offerings to Aluxes, and it's probably pronounced very differently than that, since it's Mayan, hoping to win their favor so that their crops might flourish that season. They can summon rain and protect your property at night, but only if they get something first. The AOC, patrons of the bees. Queen Titania, also from A Midsummer Night's Dream. The Aziza, Yumbos, Jana, fox fairies, water deities. Puck, who is also from A Midsummer Night's Dream. Banshee, Tinkerbell, everybody knows Tinkerbell, and that's it. Okay, so that's the little fairy book that comes with it. Then you get a little bag of moss, and this is just little green moss. So that's what that looks like. And I'm probably going to make a mess. I should have put a thing down, but I didn't. I put a worksheet down, or a work pad. Okay, and then you get this little terrarium thing. It's plastic. There is a little bag of rocks. There is a little bag of tiny things. Let's look. Tiny. Oops. So there's tiny things. There's little, two little fairies. Ha! Aren't they cute? And then there is the another little fairy. And then there's 2 little mushrooms. And they have sticks on them so you can stick them out of the moss. Now, I guess you could, okay, and I don't know if I pointed this out, there's a little hole here, so you could hang it as an ornament, or you could hang it anywhere, actually. All right, so there's no directions on how to do it, so I mean, you know, it's not rocket science, so we can figure this out. So, I do like directions so I can see how people envision things, but, so we put the moss in there, and there's quite a lot of it. I'm going to stick it in there. Okay, that's kind of cool. And it pretty much fills the whole thing. So let's see if we can fit our other little things in here. So let's put the rocks in next. So these are little rocks. And I'm going to put them in the bottom. This is not my usual content. I just thought this was cool, and oh, I just dropped the rock. Oh, there it is. And I thought it was cool, and I'd share it with you. If you like it, let me know. I can do more product reviews if I find cool things. Okay, so I'm going to put the rocks in there, and then I'm going to put the little mushrooms. And again, the little wire helps them to stick in so that they don't just fall out or hop all over the place when you don't want them to. All right, so now the wire is really kind of soft. Okay, so there's my 2 little mushrooms. I think it'd be really cool if one was red, but okay. We get what we get. I couldn't paint it if I want to. Alright, so what I have to say about this so far, it's very cute, but it's a little hard to get things to say exactly where you want them, so you kind of need to fluff around with them a little bit. Alright, and then we're going to put one of the fairies in here. She is, well, I don't want her to look like she's trapped. Okay, so she'll be flying right here. And then the other one, oh, okay. The other one has a like narrower wingspan, so she'll fit inside better. And I'm saying she because they're like, well, they look female. Okay, so I can't tell. All fairies, of course, are not females, but these 2 happen to be. Okay, so I got her in there. And I guess the little wires are green, so you don't see them holding the fairies up. All right, so there's an example. So there's my little, oops, can you see it? My little scene with my 2 fairies. And I'd love to hear your comments on what other things we could use to make these. I know there's Christmas ornaments you could put them in. Maybe they don't have a hole in the front. There might be a way to cut that. Plastic eggs. This could be really interesting. What if you cut a hole into a styrofoam egg? You could do that, right? Okay, so this is kind of a jumping off point. This is a challenge to you. See what you could do. What kind of mini terrariums can you come up with? All right, so there's that. And that's my review of the Mini Fairy Terrarium 2024 by Running Press. But wait, there's more. Don't you love it when someone says that? But wait, there's more. Okay. So I also found this fairy door, and this is obviously too big for a typical dollhouse, but what if, like, how can we make fairy doors for our dollhouses? Okay, so this is an idea for you. Just look at this. I'm putting it out there. How would you make a fairy door for your dollhouse? How would you decorate it? What would you make it from? You know, I'm going to think about that, and I'll see if I can come up with another video for that, because I think fairy dollhouses need fairy doors, of course. How else are the fairies going to get in and out? And they could also use fairy gardens, so this might be a nice fairy garden type thing also for a dollhouse. I wish it would, does it stand? Oh, it'll stand, so it stands up by itself. These fairies are kind of hard to, oh, there, that's good. I like that. Can you see? I don't know how much of this you can see, so I'm going to show it to you. From the back, it just looks like moss in there. From the front, it looks like that. It's kind of cute, I think. Very cute. All right, friends, so that's the video. Just like kind of an inspirational thing, hopefully, to give you some ideas about fairy type things that you could do with your dollhouses and your miniatures. So I want to thank you for being with me today. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. It's completely free for you. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.